speaking of hardcore, for anybody who doesn't know, like your roots are very much in the hardcore scene. I mean, you're wearing an Earth Crisis shirt, and you guys started out on Death Wish, and like you said, did tours with all those bands, blah blah blah. Even though maybe people see the band as like maybe part of metal now, like you guys are absolutely from the hardcore scene. How do you see yourselves in relation to hardcore these days?
I mean, to me, it's not even like we're from the hardcore scene. It's like culturally, we are hardcore.
Right,
Like
right.
hardcore is different, and I in to other kinds of music, in the way that, to me at least, it's like something you were there or you weren't.
It's
You
not a
are there
sound.
or you aren't. It's
Yeah.
not really a sound. It's, to me, and this has changed, but to me, it's dues paid. To me, it's roads traveled.
Yeah.
To me, it's being a part of that culture.
Yeah.
And so people will try to say to us
Like
at
Fall
times,
Out Boy
like,
is part of hardcore,
I was
because they were
I was
there.
just with that dude at the Sincerity Fest in Pittsburgh. He was playing, I think, with Race Trader.
Andy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like in the last summer. But yeah, like to me, we're to me, my card can never be pulled.
Right, right.
I'm part of it, and
Right.
anybody who's part of it for real, that's been a part of it, they know that. So it does, when you've done that and you put that in, it, to me, it frees my soul to be able to do whatever it is we want to do, because I know that that hardcore thing is just who we are. It's like my blood. It's inside of me.
Yeah.
And a lot of the people who try to tell me it's not, is like, I look at them.
Well, who
and
the fuck are you?
I'm like, but you're not. You know what I mean?
Right.
So what is it like? But yeah, I mean, I love it. I'll always be a part of it, and I'll always. It's especially here. I mean, here in Pittsburgh, everybody knows we're part of it. But the more hardcore and stuff has become internet,
Yeah,
it
right.
becomes there's so many echo chambers, so many bubbles, and so many you're this and you're that and you're that, and a lot of the bands that are out there flying that flag, like, I didn't see them pay them dues or do that shit. So, it's confusing to me. All that, dude, the world has become so confusing to me. At times, I'm just like, I don't feel like I fit into it. And I don't know how to fit into it. And I don't know how to be a part of it.
Yeah, but I mean, that's getting older, I guess.
For sure. That is that. I mean, I've always felt a sense of that, but that is it. But I still think the bands are great and the kids are great. And I talk to everybody, and a lot of the bands that are young bands are my age or older.
Right.
So
right,
I'm like,
right.
I've been doing this shit my whole life. So I mean, and there are some now, especially because of the new shit, really young kids starting to get into it. I
Yeah.
haven't really seen their bands pop up as much. A lot of the bands that are popping up are still in that range of age that we're in, So we can still relate to everybody, and there's not been one tour we've ever done where we didn't have a hardcore band with us, So it's always part of us, and it means a lot to me. I forget what you even asked. I just started ranting, so I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just asking about I was asking how you see yourself in relation to hardcore, which you totally answered that. And like you said, for whatever my opinion is worth, like, I don't go to local shows anymore because I have 2 jobs and a baby, and I just can't. But I pay attention to things, and from what I see, like, I feel like hardcore now is in a better place than it's been for a really long time. Like, there's bands like Drain and Gridiron and Ingrown that are all like awesome, as good as anything I've ever heard in my life. Speed is doing cool things. I think
I
it's
agree, man.
super cool
Dude,
to
I
see.
agree. Gridiron are my buddies for like years and years.
Oh, that's
and a
right.
lot
They're
of
from
them
Pennsylvania, aren't they?
Yeah, a lot of them
I
were
love
just
them.
like the dudes that were just like around. And some of them were in other bands, like Matt Carl, the singer. He was just like always in the scene for years and years. So it's great to see him get a band. I actually love their music. I think they're
They're
excellent.
great.
Drain, the kid from Drain, Sammy, the dude, not the kid, no disrespect to him at all. He sent me a message that was really kind out of the blue. That was pretty much like, you guys innovate this shit or lead this shit. And so I just right away got his number. We got on the phone for like an hour, chopped it up. We're very similar. We have a lot of connection, and he was a great guy. Like, and me and him, we think in a lot of the same way. So, obviously we've helped like bolster up and our, vein and have them. They're amazing band. I think they're unbelievably talented band. They're so awesome. So there's bands from here, lots of awesome tour stuff here. So we're still connected to it all. Not every band that comes out a lot of the bands that come out, it ain't for me. But if you've heard my music, you should know it isn't for me.
It doesn't have
Because
to be
that's
for
not,
you.
and we never really fit right in anywhere
Yeah.
anyway, like from the get go, right off the bat. We maybe had 6 months of fitting right in and being lifted up, and that was it, and then it was over. So, but I feel like, the scene is doing really, really well. But one thing that's funny is, like, somebody asked me recently, they're like, do you think hardcore being so popular now is going to help, bolster your guys' ship? And I'm like, I really don't think so, because in the time where hardcore is most popular, we decided to make a record
Not
that has a
hardcore.
hardcore element.
Yeah.
It has, it has those parts in a lot of songs and a lot of hard shit. But we didn't play into it. We go left, they go right,
Yeah,
go
yeah,
left.
yeah.
It's just how it ends up for us,
Yeah, I don't think the success of the hardcore scene really has a lot of effect on what Code Orange, does at this point in time.
Nah, but I love it, and I always want to play with the bands, and like when we do a tour, you'll see the bands. If they want to do it, if they're still into it, we'll be together, because the more we're able to get, hopefully, more popular or whatever, we'll always bolster it up. I mean, I feel it's my duty. Not only just like, it's my culture.
Yeah.
It is my culture, So.
I feel the same way. And like, you'll never, right or wrong, you will never hear me say anything bad about a hardcore band, because it's like, it's my culture. Those are my friends.
I agree, dude.
Even if I don't know them, they're my friends, and I'm never going to say anything bad about them.
I agree. I'm the same. I mean, we're on the same page. To me, it's like I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier in the hardcore war, so I'm just like, I will not say shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, to me, you'll never see me. Yeah, like, I have nothing but respect for it. Yeah, there's so many good bands too. Like, it was a while ago, but I saw Regulate live. You got to see Regulate live, bro. They're live. They're unbelievable. Like, I saw it and I was like, this is one of the greatest live bands of all time.
I still think hardcore is the best genre of music for live shows. There's nothing like it.
And there's still some bands like that live who cut above it, or Never Ending Game just put out a great record. Like, that's a record that I really like, like, so a lot of it doesn't exactly fit into my style, because there's like, if it's super punky, again, I like that shit, but it ain't really my thing. If it's super metalcore to the point of it being like, and I use this term, I don't want to say the wrong thing, but like, to me, like Warped Tour style.
Yeah.
I don't know about any of that. So I don't like that either. So like, it has to hit this medium space, being like hard and like groovy, and like, it's just like where we come from, our area. And